What if the biggest betrayal didn't come from a stranger, but from someone you once called a sister? That's the question haunting Hollywood right now. Beyoncé, queen of music, symbol of loyalty and perfection, reportedly broke down after shocking whispers spread. Kelly Rowland, her childhood best friend and Destiny's Child bandmate, might be the mother of Jay-Z's secret child. It all began with a single photo. Kelly holding her son Titan, smiling like any proud mother would. But then fans noticed something strange. Titan's features, his nose, his jawline, even his eyes, looked eerily familiar. Not like Kelly's husband, but like Jay-Z himself. Suddenly, the internet froze. Comparisons flooded timelines. Memes turned into investigations. And the timing couldn't be worse. Titan was born in 2014, the very same year Jay-Z was caught in that infamous elevator fight with Solange. Could this be the missing piece to one of pop culture's most mysterious scandals? Could betrayal have been hiding in plain sight, right inside Beyoncé's own circle? Tonight, we dive deep into the rumors, the music, the silences, and the explosive possibility that the perfect empire was built on secrets. Every scandal begins with a seed. For Beyoncé and Kelly Rowland, that seed was planted in 2014, the year Titan was born, and the year the world witnessed Solange unleash her fury on Jay-Z inside a hotel elevator. At the time, nobody knew why. Rumors swirled, but the truth never came out. Now, fans are connecting dots that were always hiding in plain sight. When Titan's photos appeared online, people couldn't ignore the resemblance. The curve of his nose, the sharpness of his jawline, it was like staring at a younger version of Jay-Z. Side-by-side comparisons spread like wildfire. And the whispers got louder. Was Titan really Tim Witherspoon's son, or was Jay-Z the man behind the bloodline? The betrayal, if true, wouldn't just be romantic, it would be nuclear, because Kelly wasn't just another woman, she was family. Raised in the same household, treated like a sister, standing beside Beyoncé through every triumph and heartbreak. To even imagine Jay-Z crossing that line was enough to shake fans to their core. And so suspicion grew, not only about Titan, but about what really happened in that elevator. Was Solange's rage a sister's instinct, protecting Beyoncé from the one secret too devastating to expose? If the whispers weren't enough, then came the footage. A video in crystal clear 4K quality, allegedly showing Jay-Z and Kelly Rowland far too close for comfort. It wasn't grainy paparazzi clips or tabloid fabrications. It was detailed, undeniable, and it reignited the storm. Frame by frame, fans dissected every glance, every gesture, building a case the Carters never wanted to see. But the rumors didn't stop there. They reached back into Kelly's own music, especially her haunting 2013 track Dirty Laundry. At the time, it was dismissed as just another confessional ballad about love and jealousy. But now, in the shadow of scandal, the lyrics felt like hidden receipts, lines about being trapped in a toxic relationship, overshadowed by a friend's success, and suffocating under silence suddenly sounded like more than fiction. They felt personal, too personal. Fans began asking, was Dirty Laundry Kelly's coded cry for help, a way to confess betrayal without naming names? And if so, was the man behind her pain the same mogul who built an empire beside Beyoncé? The leaked video and the song's new meaning created a dangerous cocktail, one that made silence feel less like dignity and more like guilt. The whispers about Titan weren't happening in isolation. For years, Jay-Z has been shadowed by paternity scandals, each one louder than the last, each one left unresolved. The most persistent came from New Jersey, where a young man named Rymir Satterthwaite has spent more than a decade begging the courts to force Jay-Z to take a DNA test. Rymir's story is haunting. His late mother, Wanda, swore she became pregnant by Jay-Z in the 90s when she was just 16. She claimed protection failed and Jay-Z disappeared from her life. Documents were filed, letters sent, lawyers hired, but the hip-hop mogul never once agreed to the test. Even after Wanda's death, Rymir continued the fight, not for fame or fortune, but for closure. And yet, Jay-Z's silence was louder than any denial. If he truly wasn't the father, why avoid the test so fiercely? Why let rumors drag on for decades? This pattern of accusations, of women with eerily similar stories, of children searching for truth, makes Titan's resemblance all the more suspicious. Was Kelly's son just another name in a long list? Or was this the one scandal too close, too dangerous, to ever see the light of day? Silence can be louder than any denial. And in this scandal, silence is the one thing all three players, Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Kelly Rowland, have in common. Kelly has never addressed the rumors, not even once. No denial, no explanation, no attempt to clear the air. Beyonce, usually calculated in her every move, remains just as quiet. And Jay-Z? He's mastered the art of plausible deniability, hovering close enough to the fire to feel the heat, but never stepping in to extinguish it. Fans point to the cracks. The way Beyonce and Kelly's once inseparable bond now feels cold. The way Solange's infamous elevator attack suddenly makes sense. The way Beyonce's Lemonade album dripped with betrayal and pain that seemed too raw to be just art. Each clue feels like a puzzle piece. And when put together, the picture isn't of a perfect family. It's of a storm hiding behind the glitter. Some even whisper that Kelly's career was deliberately slowed down, her projects quietly shelved, her spotlight dimmed, all to protect an empire. If true, then silence wasn't just survival, it was control. And the question remains, in a storm this powerful, how long can silence hold before the truth tears it apart? At its core, this isn't just about gossip, it's about legacy. Jay-Z built his empire on brilliance, hustle, and control of his narrative. Beyonce built hers on loyalty, perfection, and power. Together, they became untouchable, the royal couple of music. But if the whispers about Kelly Rowland and Titan are true, then everything changes. The betrayal wouldn't just be personal, it would be historic. It would mean the empire was built not only on success, but on secrets buried beneath the spotlight. It would turn Lemonade from an artistic statement into a diary of survival. It would make Solange's elevator attack feel less like a random outburst and more like a desperate act of protection. But here's the harsh truth. No empire, no matter how powerful, can outrun the weight of unspoken truths. Secrets don't die, they linger, waiting for the moment to erupt. And if Titan one day demands answers, the silence that once protected Jay-Z and Beyonce could become the very thing that destroys them. Perhaps the lesson is simple. Power can shield you from rumors, but not from the truth. And the longer silence reigns, the louder the world will demand answers. So what do you think? Is Titan truly Jay-Z's son? Or is this all smoke and mirrors? Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more untold scandals and stories Hollywood doesn't want you to hear.